So the opening to the 3rd season of Disventure camp just dropped, so I thought I'd make a video going over my thoughts on it. In this video I'm going to be going over character interactions, the new designs, and my predictions for the upcoming season. I hope you enjoy! So first off, we have a new character, Emily, pushing Oliver, Marcus, and Nina off a plane. From this interaction, I think it's safe to say she's not a good person, which I suspected from her design. She looks very bitchy. I'm also excited to see how Oliver fits into his new position because of his promotion at the end of season 2. And I hope to see some funny moments from Nina and Marcus as well. I feel like we didn't get much from Marcus last season, so it'd be nice to see more Marcus. I know he's sort of like a father figure to Nina, which is nice, so I hope to see more cute interactions between them. So next off, we see James and Lake take a selfie together. It's nice to see that they're getting along and friendly towards each other. I hope that we get more development between them this season because they didn't have much interactions in season 2. So it'd be nice to see them build up a friendship. And also, this scene makes me think that they're going to have an alliance, which would be cool to see. Next we get a scene of Hunter and Allie arguing. And I know a lot of people think that she's still mad at Hunter for what happened last season after her elimination. And if that's the case, then I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, that probably is the case unless something happened at the beginning of the season or like off screen. But if it isn't from what happened last season, then I'm curious to see the reason. But I don't know how I feel about this drama between them. I mean, like, firstly, we don't know exactly why it's happening. But also, I feel like Hunter and Allie don't really have much going for them. And that's the reason why they're fighting. Like last season, they didn't really have much character outside of being in the love triangle thing. If you saw more to the character than that, then I'd like to know because they seemed pretty bland to me, especially Allie. Like, I wanted to like Allie because she's a gamer girl, but she's just so boring. There's hardly anything to her character. She's just a nice person, and that's pretty much it. I mean, she did yell at children, but according to her, that was because they're hacking on a game, so why wouldn't she yell at them at that point, you know? So yeah, she just seems like a regular bland person, I guess. And Hunter, he also was pretty bland to me. He was just stuck in the middle of the drama between Tess and Allie both liking him and trying to choose one of them. So I don't really know where they're gonna take them in this season. I feel like there isn't much more they can do with these characters. But if they figure something out and make me actually care about them, then I would like that. Next, Fiore goes over to them and shushes them, and then Alec pulls her away, annoyed at her. So this makes you think that they're gonna be in an alliance, but Alec is still clearly mad at Fiore for what happened last season. Alec didn't really get along with anyone besides Fiore, so it makes sense that they would be in an alliance again, and people know that he's not a great person because of his alliance with Fiore, so it makes sense that they'd be in an alliance again. But I'm curious to see what comes out of his character. Did he divorce his wife? Does he have a better relationship with his child? Because from last season, it seems like he didn't really like his son all that much, making that comment that he wishes his son was more like Fiore, which is just yikes. I hope his son didn't watch the show, because that would be very sad. Then Miriam comes out of the bush watching them, and we don't really get to know much of what she's gonna do in this season from this scene. Like, she's just watching people getting dirt on people, I guess. I hope she has more to do this season than just that, but I don't really know where they could go with her character. Because last season, she was a finalist, she developed, she's just a likable character, she had her entire arc already, so I just don't really know what they're gonna do with her this season. I'm guessing she's gonna be an earlier boot, maybe, because I just don't see where they could take her character. Next up, Gret and Yule are sitting next to each other cuddling on the dock, so oh, new ship? This one seems pretty interesting. Like, Gret and Yule are both terrible people, so I'd love to see how this goes. I think an alliance between him, Gret, and also Fiore, maybe Alec, would be awesome. Just a villains alliance, I would love that. I hope that happens. I would love to see all their interactions, and I'd love to see Yule and Fiore interact as well. That'd be awesome. So next actually hits Aiden over with a dodgeball, and Tom helps him up, and then this seemingly makes Jake jealous. A lot of people wanted Aiden and Jake to be friends in this season, but I don't know if that's gonna happen based on this scene. But I would love to see a friendship between Aiden and Tom. I think that would be pretty cool. And I also hope Tom and Jake don't get back together because I did not like the way Jake treated Tom. That was terrible of him. I did not like Jake. I know that's not a very popular opinion. I see people saying that they like Jake all the time, but I just don't. I know he's supposed to be a toxic character, like he's well written, so like I don't hate him or anything. I just don't like him as a person. And I haven't seen people mention this, but in this scene, Aiden isn't wearing a shirt. As we know, last season he was always wearing one, like even in his bathing suit, because he didn't want people to see his scars. So I love that he feels confident enough to now not wear a shirt. It makes me feel happy for him. And because of this, it shows that he's more confident, and I think it would be pretty cool if he got over some of his fears as well, because like he was probably the character that had the most fears other than Will. So it would just be really cool to see him more confident. I don't know, it would just be nice to see him develop more. And also, I'm hoping that he'll get to develop without James this season, because for the second season, he was with James like the entire time. It just really focused on him and James' relationships. So I'd love to see them develop separately from each other. James got to, like, James is good, but like Aiden needs more development. And it makes sense that he didn't get much development last season, considering he's supposed to be a vanilla character. But I just like really like to see more out of his character, because I do like Aiden as a character, but I feel like I don't have much of a reason to, other than him being designed for that. Next, we get to see Tess painting Gabby and Ellie, which is really sweet. I love that they're all very happy in this scene, especially Tess, considering last season she had severe depression. And it's nice to see that she's picked up a hobby. I hope we get to see her development in this season, and I hope that Hunter and Allie don't really bring her down too much. And it's nice to see Gabby and Ellie just chilling together. But unpopular opinion, I think this is an unpopular opinion, I've never seen anybody say this before, hot take, controversial. I don't care for the Gabby and Ellie ship. They just seemed like friends to me. They didn't really have any chemistry in my opinion. When they kissed and like when they were like when the writing team was like clearly going for them to have a romance, I was confused. Like they just didn't have chemistry at all in my opinion. And then Nina disturbs them by coming down with a parachute. It's nice to see her scary self. And when the characters are walking to the campfire, the season 1 and season 2 characters are separated. I hope this doesn't mean that they're gonna be on separate teams, like season 1 characters are on one team and season 2 characters on the other. That would suck. I want to see a lot of character interactions between them. I want to see the characters be mixed up into different teams. So like if they do go for that approach, I'm going to be very disappointed, because we've already seen character interactions between all of them in other seasons. Like what makes All-Star seasons appealing is that the other characters from previous seasons get to interact with each other. So if
and
they
new
do
look
that,
fits you amazing.
So crossing my
thank
fingers,
you.
that's not the case, and they're just doing this because, you know, they're part of different seasons, but like they're not actually going to be on the same team. Crossing my fingers that's the case. In this season, the people in front of the campfire are Connor and Rhea in the opening, and they're about to kiss, but then a camera pops up, and then Rhea starts posing, and she looks very egotistical. To me, this implies that she probably got roles from Hollywood after being in the second season of Disventure Camp. And also her new design implies that as well. She just looks like she has a huge ego. She looks like she got a lot of money. She's rich now. And I'm interested to see what they do with her character this season, because at the end of last season, they tried to make her extremely sympathetic after she almost killed Aiden. So it's gonna be interesting. And the last thing that happens in this opening is we see Crystal push Trevor and Noah over. Noah? Who the hell is Noah? And then the last thing we get out of this opening is we see Crystal push down Trevor and Derek. Just pretty funny. It shows that they're not the host, now screw you guys. And it's cool that they're gonna be in this season though. I'm excited to see what we get from them. Honestly, last season, I didn't think they were the best host. I prefer Crystal over them. But they're not bad characters, and I'm excited to see what they do with them this season. And there we have it. This season looks very promising, and I'm extremely excited for it. I can't wait for it to come out and see if any of my predictions are correct, which ones are wrong, and I hope that we get to see a lot of unique character interactions and awesome plot lines, and I hope Tom and Jake do not get back together. But yeah, thank you for watching, and comment down below your thoughts on the opening and what you want from this season, because I am curious to see. Do you agree or disagree with anything I said? I'm sure a lot of people want Tom and Jake to get back together, and they're mad at me for not wanting them to get back together. So if you want them to get back together, then you can tell me why in the comments. Maybe you're like, well, it's been a while, so Jake matured, so like they should get back together or something, whatever. I don't know. I can see a lot of people saying that, but I still don't think Jake deserves to be with Tom. Yeah, that's just my opinion. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a great day.